Ooh, I thought I was being pursued by my pet tortoise. We all must guard against crime nowadays, especially in Hawaii. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. I think first, though, we need to check in with our VOG report by watching our VOG sunrise, see if there is any VOG, because we got a volcano going on here. To the VOG. Okay. It just looked like a really nice Sunday. It's very windy. Well, I'm sticking to my afternoon editing, scheduling, and it comes to pass that a friend of mine, Michael, who was helping me out greatly all this week, had to go and visit somebody in Waikiki when something happened, and he was a little bit of an eyewitness, so I got some eyewitness footage. So that's why we're going to visit a little of Hawaii crime and crime awareness. I was into, well, I was going to say I was into crime. I got a sociology major at a local university here named Chaminade. Now, Chaminade University, I was going for anthropology, I got sociology. Sociology in Chaminade is pretty much the same degree you get if you're going into the police force for, other than a beat cop, because Chaminade was a direct funnel into the police force, Honolulu HPD here. And a nun, I don't know, there's something about nurses and nuns. A nun at the university was the police chaplain at the time I went there. So anyhow, I have a lot of statistics, crime, war, gang, all this kind of stuff in my head. It's like they were probably thinking I was going to be some type of homicide detective thing. But I have no on-the-site criminal knowledge, except what I watch on Columbo. Yeah, that's where I get all my knowledge from. But anyhow, now when we look at crime in Hawaii, the tourism industry is a huge economic engine in Hawaii. So anytime you come visit Hawaii, you're being catered to by the tourist industry, which is huge. They're even fighting over a $100 million contract as we speak. Now, you add on the dreaded words, COVID lockdown, and what do you get? All that economic stress on the economy all over the place, and all those excuses that companies make to charge high prices.
Oh, it must be the economy.
I'm gonna jack up your prices. Well, all of that plays a function in crime and the rise of crime in Honolulu and elsewhere. But we're looking at Honolulu here because this is usually not big with crime, but it's gotten bigger. Back in the day, if I may say, when Governor Ariyoshi became governor, his whole campaign, his winning ticket, was pretty much based on a policeman on every corner of the street in Waikiki, because that would benefit all around. So now You know, there's stabbings, there's shootings, and I tell you what, to tell you the truth, I myself want to protect myself. I would not want to have all my stuff taken, you know? I mean, jeez, I got my pinwheel and Bucky and there's even valuable artwork I made in I don't know what grade, you know. And people will try to think. And also with the rise of addiction, alcohol, houselessness, combined with the high cost of living, it all spells rise of crime in Waikiki. I personally, with the sociology degree, think there's just a larger level of cuckoo. With that being said, I believe we'll get into our crime feature for today, which is a barricade shootout between the police and I'm not even sure if it's a man or a woman. Now, Michael could say on the scene. He was across the street in another building with his
high-powered iPhone camera.
I'm gonna get a good camera one day. And I got the article right here, what they wrote about it today. So welcome to December 10th. Marathon's tomorrow. But this is what we're saying that happened December 8th at night. Now, welcome to the islands, the Hawaiian Islands. Look at that. Somewhere up there on that big island is a volcano blowing up. It's the largest volcano on Earth. And as we go over here to the island of Oahu, we see Honolulu, the big city. And between Pearl Harbor and Diamond Head in Honolulu is unavailable. is Waikiki. Waikiki Beach with the Hilton Hawaiian Village. The Duke Kahanamoku statue, and there's the Alawai Canal looking brown, and there's Alawai Boulevard. First off, I'd like to address your attention to a nice place on Alawai Boulevard and Nohonani Street. Look at this. It's very walkable. It's good transit. This is something that, in a tourist way, I'd like to see this. Oh, look at this. A picture. There's a picture of this nice building that's, I don't know, that blue thing. This is Alawai Boulevard with the arrows on the road. It's next to the Alawai Canal and the time travel map, whichever that is. And there's Waikiki, and there's the Alawai, and that's about where that place is. Nohonani and Alawai Boulevard. Good transit and all sorts of stuff. And next to Nahua Street is Nohonani Street. Oh, wow. That's nice. Look at that. How nice. And right here, Ohia Waikiki Studio Apartments. Ohia Waikiki Studio Apartments at just $107 a room a night. It's excellent in all kinds of ways. It's a Waikiki thing. Like a 3.3. Now, this is just an apartment building. It's affordable. And when we zoom closer in, we see a street scene of Waikiki. So we see on Kohio Street, looking towards Pearl Harbor or WHENevah, and looking towards Diamond Head. And if we look here, this is If we look here, this is Nohonani Street. Oh, look, a nice, pleasant street. The bikes and mopeds in a typical nice little place. Kohio Banyan place over there. And it's definitely just a street Waikiki scene. Very kind of nonchalant. And if we turn our attention to the left, on the WHENevah side of Nohonani, we have an apartment building. And this is the Ohia. This is the Ohia building here. Just to give you an idea of where in Waikiki, what we're talking about. Ohia Waikiki Studio Suites, $107 a night, I guess. So if you look here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stories up. Right about here. So in one of these apartments here, there was a barricade shootout. Let's look and see what Michael came up with. He's been a photojournalist ever since his Tesla got rear-ended, and he was on the scene right then with the photojournalism. Let's look at what this looks like. Okay, here we go. That's the apartment. And I guess Michael's, that's this apartment we're looking at right here. And nighttime, because it started off in the afternoon. Actually, let me read this before it gets too long a thing on this. But it is interesting. Crime in Hawaii. Oh gosh, we don't want to scare away the tourists. Man barricaded in Waikiki hotel prompts evacuation. So about 2:15 p.m. in the afternoon, some report shots. The Honolulu Police Department negotiated into the 7th hour Thursday night with a man barricaded in the Ohia Waikiki Studio Suites in Waikiki. Police could be seen outside the unit on the 5th floor of the partially evacuated building. The barricade had started at 2:15 p.m. Robert Gross, who was staying at the hotel, said he was inside the building when the police arrived, but didn't hear any gunshots. Police said that there were early reports that the shots had been fired. I just happened to look outside, Gross said, and more police cars were coming. Other guests were locked out, with some unsure where they were going to sleep. Jessica Lani Rich, president and CEO of the Visitor Aloha Society of Hawaii, said she is being helping arrange transportation to the Hilton. Wow. For 80 students affected by the barricade situation. She's also likely to be working with another 20 visitors who were due to arrive at the hotel. Some nearby stores closed or were on lockdown. Waikiki resident Marty Napoliello said his girlfriend works at Victoria Street on Kalakaua Avenue but couldn't leave because of lockdown at the store. Napoliello said crime has risen in the area since the COVID-19 pandemic began. Once or twice a week, something like this happens in Waikiki, he said. About a block away, a 21-year-old man died after being assaulted by a group of males Tuesday. So another fatal crime attack. Police temporarily closed WHENevah side of Kohio Avenue to vehicular and pedestrian traffic between Seaside Avenue and Nahua Street to investigate the situation. Nohonani Street was temporarily closed to traffic between Alawai and Kohio Boulevards. Okay, that's all this one says. It's the courtesy of the Star Advertiser staff, just reporting on the crime beat. Now, if you look here, this is the footage that Michael, I should say Vernon, shot. I think I can use his full name. That's the apartment, and those two silhouettes, I believe, are police officers inside or outside.
Oh,
I guess they're inside the apartment.
Undercover. They're watching. So you can see this pretty good. Yeah, I see her. She's on the floor. See her right there, go looking down. You see her body right there. Dad, you shot her.
So
she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Are y'all from here? I'm so sorry that you had to see this. This is not normal in Hawaii.
Not normal?
No.
Oh, because
I mean, we've had a lot more, because of the pandemic, we've had a lot more crime. But, you know.
So Michael explains to, I believe, a Japanese tourist that this is not what Waikiki is usually like. Stay protected. Now this one here, I believe, is when it kind of began, and they're just chit-chatting. He's talking to his friend in the apartment, and they're looking at cars and such because people, I think it's just one street down. So there you have it. Crime in Waikiki. And reported by live on the scene, Michael Vernon, my friend, with his camera zoomed way in from another building. Good, because shots were fired and the person was killed. He says he thinks it's a woman, and the police report, which is, I don't know. So, but anyways, there was a police barricade, and however, the mentality of people getting all wound up from COVID stuff. So I guess the lesson here is we gotta guard against crime, be aware of what's going on out there, and also generally everyone unwind. Don't take it so seriously, this thing. I mean, the economy is gonna be okay, and I guess we'll just be all right. So live aloha and adios till next time.
So this is the barricade, the undercover cops. Oh, there it is. Oh, undercover. They're watching. So you can see this pretty clear. Yeah, I see her. She's on the floor. Oh, where is she? Where did they go? See her right there, they're looking down. You see her body right there? Dad just shot her. She's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Are y'all from here?
No.
I'm so sorry that you had to see this. This is not normal in Hawaii.
Not normal?
No.
Oh, victims.
I mean, we've had a lot more because of the pandemic. We've had a lot more crime. But yeah.